Poorly written, I understand, but listen to your body. Notice not you are body. It's important. Hello! Welcome again to another exciting chapter of Sussing It Out. I am the Sussman, Rick Sussman. You probably know that by now. You know who he is, you know where we are, you know what's going on. So, as you can tell, I'm a little bit perspiring a little bit. I've just gotten back from my morning exercise routine, where basically I go across the street. Ooh, look, light. I go across the street from my apartment complex to this one little place called Crane's Roost, and I just sort of walk around the entire lake that's over there, and usually I only do one lap. I felt like doing 2 laps today, but then the title for this vlog appeared in my head as I got to just about starting my second lap. When I woke up this morning, I felt really drained. All my muscles were very tight. I didn't feel very loose or awake or anything like that. So I really considered just packing it in for the day and just, maybe just going over to Publix, getting some more grapes for lunches for me and my wife, and then taking my my weight for the week, because I got to do that a little later. So this week's M7 weight update is going to be just a regular typed post, since I'm really doing one vlog. I'm talking in a lot of weird voices. I might be a little dehydrated. I apologize. At any rate, I wanted to do 2 laps. Then my left leg started getting a little funky, and my right knee started tightening up, and my back started feeling a little weird. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to do a second lap. I'm just going to do the 1 lap, and I'm good. And as coincidentally as it would be, one of my friends sent me a Twitter message, if you will, where she's having a lot of trouble getting up and running herself. She thinks it might be her shoes. I've told her on a couple of occasions that she needs some really good Nike running shoes. I wear Nike stuff, not because I like the brand, not because I like the logo, but because many years back I was introduced to what is now part of my vernacular called shoe technology. And shoe technology really is something to behold. When you're wearing the right footwear, at least as far as I'm concerned, it makes all the difference in the world. I have a bad back, so having a lot of cushion on my heels really helps me walk, run, stand, etc., etc. My good buddy Charlie would probably say that that's not the case, that I really need to run on bare feet. There's a barefoot movement in our country. I just don't see how human feet were meant to run on cement at all, but that's something for him to vlog about, not me. So I packed it all in. I was telling her about packing it in, and then I told her that, I don't think it's her shoes. I think sometimes you just got to listen to your body. Today my body was telling me that it was very sore, that it needed a little less exercise than normal, and that I needed to relax a little bit more. Quick backstory on me. When I was 5 or 7 years old, I'd have to ask my folks, I broke my arm right here. Had to have a cast like that for... like that. There we go. Had to have a cast for months and months. When I was like 10, I broke my collarbone. Maybe not even 10. I might have even been younger than that. I played baseball for years, so all my toes have been broken more than once because I was a catcher and a pitcher, and we went over this yesterday. When I played football in high school, I broke all of my fingers at least once. I then suffered a really nasty leg injury where, thankfully, I didn't tear any of my ACL, MCL, or anything like that, but I managed to create, imagine if this is my knee, my leg here, I created a bone bruise that started at my shin, my patella, and my thigh. What is that? The thigh bone. And they all just sort of crunched together. So my right leg is kind of shredded. My shoulders from years of weight training and baseball and push-ups are shredded. And a lot of this, and of course, how could I forget, my back is broken. I have an L4, L5 herniation. A lot of this was compounded over the years by my refusal to accept that my years as being an athlete had passed me, even at the age of like 25. I refused to accept this. So I would go out and really push myself every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 7. When I dropped down to 183, when I was at my dickhead Rick lifestyle choices, I weighed 183 pounds and I was working out 3 times a day. And ultimately, I think I'm really paying for that now at 31. I can barely run around a track without my body just sort of saying, yeah, that's it, dude, we need to go home. But there's a second side to all of this, in that, yeah, my body was feeling a little ugh, but I still got out of bed, and I still went out and at least tried. And as I was making my way around the track, the soreness and the pains and the the lactic acid, I think, was working its way through my body. I wasn't feeling that bad. It was just the joints and the actual injuries caught back up with me and needed me to slow down and maybe pack it in for the day. This is a big revelation for me. Only recently, the whole rookie thing, have I been even able to listen to my body and understand its needs. The M7 diet, it really lets you hone in on what your body needs. You don't need to eat a bag of potato chips. You don't need to run an extra mile if you don't feel that you can or know that you probably ought not to. I'm not running a 5K here for charity or otherwise. I'm just doing some morning exercises to make my body feel better, to maybe lose a little weight, maybe replace a meal with a run. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be eating my meals today. It just means that if I'm able to exercise 300 calories off my body, well, that's a whole little snacky kind of meal. That's almost lunch. That's basically like me saying that I've taken away my lunch meal, so I'm going to get thinner. But ultimately, this chapter of Sussing It Out, chapter 12, is listening to your body. And you can listen to your body in any number of ways. It's not just exercise or dieting, or I'm doing this to see how the camera shakes, by the way, so sorry if you get seasick. It's a number of other things. You got to listen to your body. Your body will tell you everything you need to know. Your body will tell you if you're in the right relationship. Your body will tell you if you're in the right job. Your body will tell you if you're happy or if you're sad. If you're depressive like me, sometimes I get really sad just because my brain's all screwed up. But my body wants to get out and run around, but I just want to sit down and feel sad. But that's not what is really going on. Your body will tell you if you just let it. I know some people who refuse to accept what their body tells them, and that they keep working out, and that they've gone so far as to use steroids or human growth hormone and things like that, because they need to look at their body and see what their body is already telling them, and their body's probably already telling them, dude, we work out a lot, we're in really good shape, we eat really well, everything's fine, just take it easy, you're going to be okay. So you can listen to your body in any number of ways, and I don't think enough people do that. I think if you really tried and listened to what your body had to say, you wouldn't eat that third vignette, or you wouldn't eat that extra helping of salad because you've had enough. But you don't want to hear that. You want to eat more because eating makes me feel good, or you want to run more because I'm going to lose weight, or you want to be in every relationship you can think of because you think that's what you need. But your body, I bet you, your body will tell you different. Listen to your body. It'll probably help you out in the long run. Take it from somebody who's just now figuring this out. Anyway, this has been chapter 12 of Sussing It Out. And it has been, of course, a time to listen.